Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. This is Farming Simulator 2017. Let's play Small Series Episode 7. You see we got some new equipment. We got on the Pottinger mowers. I did have, well, I'm trying to remember if they're still in here. I don't think they are. I think I took them out. Yeah. Anyway, I had found a John Deere and I think it was a coon. Similar to how both of these are. But the sections like these would not lower all the way down. They're a little more closer to the Nova Cat. And they wouldn't lower down. This one I've got, this one right here, works good, but might be a little too big for these fields. I cut field 11, I believe it is. Yeah, which of course is where you cut again because it's grass. Because what we're doing, let's pop back up here. Got a cow food mixer. Got a couple extra pieces of equipment, Massey Ferg, Farmall, Tetra Decini, along with my JCB that I had hooked up to the original Pronto, but I sold it instead of that one because not paying attention. Got a grass, hay, and straw silo for storage, and we're going to get going with cows here soon. Have a transport, and we got this set up to make it a little bit faster. I don't know if I'll keep these or not. Make it a little bit faster in unloading silage to the BGA portion, since the BGA is this right here. There's no real BGA on this map. Yeah, let's get back up here and get on some grass. About just doing this with a smaller horsepower, smaller tractor, but most of my real small tractors are too small horsepower. They don't have enough horsepower to run the mower attachment. And I might find might look a new mower attachment. I did see some yesterday when I was looking that interested me, piqued my interest. I had found, I don't know if it's on here still or not. No. I think I've got a similar tractor to it though. Trying to see if I've got a similar tractor to what I had found yesterday. I know I should. Yeah. The 2032R. I found a mod that has a tractor similar to that has a drive over deck. I don't know if anybody ever watches TV sees the E series. I think they're 2025s or 3025s. But it's a compact yard tractor basically. And tested that out on my testing map that I have, which is Goldcrest Valley. I was playing on it, got tired of playing on it. Like, I need a better testing map than what I'm testing on. So I switched to that to test on, because I've got money, I've got fields already owned. So, but it did not impress me very much. The textures for the mower decks, they were not that good, in my opinion. And I've been reading a lot of stuff on the forum, FSUK forums, for a particular modder or map of his that's coming out. He's waiting for it to be approved by Giants. And people are like, why we gotta wait? Why we gotta wait? Da 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 da. And one thing that was brought up on there is the quality of your 3D models and the mods that are being made. Where Giants is trying to get better models made. Let's turn that off real quick. If you look, this tractor, great looking model. Textures are real nice, everything. You zoom up to it, it's real nice. Same with the Pottinger. Let's walk over here. The International, the textures are real nice. Grasshopper textures are real nice. There's one, I'm trying to remember what one it is. The textures are not that great. The Oliver textures are nice. But basically what it is, what people are saying, the lever, it looks nice, but at the same time, it could be better. That's what people are talking about on the forum. They're trying to push, because if you look here, your front piston doesn't, it's weird the way it connects in. And that's basically what people are talking about. They're talking about people, modders and all, just not, they're doing some subpar, some of them are doing subpar work. And yes, it works, but it doesn't look that good. Like the buildings, a lot of it was buildings. And I have to agree, there's a lot of maps that I've messed with that I'm just like, it could be better. Because you see it, oh, it looks great from a distance, the buildings do. But then you get up to them and it's like, okay, what the crap is this? This does not look like it did from a distance. And it's because, to an extent, time, effort, and energy are not being put into making things look good up close as they do far away. And I've been tempted to weigh in on the forum with my opinion, but and I've played Farming 15, I've played Farming 13, I've got mods. I had a few mods for 13 because I actually got that at the same time I got 15. And it wasn't long that I had 15 that 17 was coming out. And there's stuff people are converting from 13 to 15 to 17. And it's just basically conversion. You got a model that don't look that great. All you're really doing is changing the stuff that needs to be changed to work with 17, and stuff's looking like crap. Some of the tractors I have are examples of that. Matter of fact, an example of that would be these. Which these are only 4. But in FS15, you had what was called the Classic Tractors Pack, which were these 4. Turn annotation back off. Okay, so these 4, I think there's one more. Nope. There's 8 tractors. They were nice. In 15, you had extra stuff with them. Somebody converted that over to 17. Well, half your stuff didn't work. Let's go back into here. Big issue was with this one. You got in it, you could not see out because your windows weren't correct. Whoever converted it didn't bother to update the texturing for the windows, so it didn't work. I know I don't have it anymore, but you had a loading wagon for it. It was it was similar to AR mount. It was a little, like, golf cart looking tractor. Not very powerful, probably 80, 90 horsepower, maybe up to 110. I don't remember off the top of my head. But you see it featured in some of my FS15 videos. He had 2 different versions. You had one that was similar to an AR style that you could unhook and rehook different modules. Then you had one that was just standard. It came with a loading wagon or forge wagon piece on it. It picked it up at the back. Had a little piece at the back that picked up and pulled it in. Or it might have been up towards the front. Some pictures were confusing as to what the actual model was. You could pick up, but you couldn't unload. You couldn't unload at an unload point. You couldn't unload anywhere. Did it unload anywhere? Good for Drumard 1. I don't think I've got any extra wheat. But it's just people trying to push stuff, wanting to push stuff out and wanting to get a bunch of mods out there, which, yes, it's nice to have a good selection of mods, but don't just push crap for pushing crap. Basically, one person said that quantity over quality is not a very desirable deal. Quality over quantity. And yes, while it would be nice to have a good amount of mods out for this game, it'd be nice to have a good amount of mods that are of quality. I mean, you sit there, you see it all the time. People, oh, this is broken, this is broken, this is broken. And then you hear people saying, I don't know what problem you're having, it works fine for me. And what it is, it might work fine for one person who has a system that can handle Farming Simulator with no issue, like my desktop does. My laptop will run it, but it doesn't run it very well. My old desktop didn't run it very well. And I think if you were to put the time in, you don't have to submit it through Giants, which I think that's some of what people are complaining about, because Giants is like, well, there's errors. Well, we're not seeing errors. Let us test through it. But you got compatibility stuff you need to check and everything else. And I'm sorry, but I don't think half the people out there that play the game know what to look for, compatibility wise. So I sure don't. And granted, yeah, I'm one of these people, I would love to learn how to do a mod. I want to do my own mod. Because I've got some ideas I think would be great, mainly for a map. And I've seen stuff that looks great. That's placeable and Giants, and has to be done with Giants Editor. Just could use some extra resources to explain a little more better how stuff's supposed to go. That's one complaint I've had. I know, talking with Creeper, and I think y'all heard on one of the last episodes of multiplayer on this map, he and I talk about it. And he's expressed the same concerns, that you really don't have a great resource for people that are new to modding that want to learn. Yeah, you got the Giants Developer Network, but it really... I've tried to read the stuff. I got the stuff from 13 and all. The tutorials and everything came with 13. But trying to follow along with it and all is not the easiest thing. I mean, I'd love to, what I would love to do is make a brand new map. Yes, I would probably use some of your standard stuff like Morgan's Massive Motors as the shop. I'd probably use that, or use the style that's in okay, there is an invisible vehicle there, probably the Grasshopper. And see, that's something I don't like. The Grasshopper, yes, it looks great, but whenever you buy it or reset it, you get an invisible vehicle where it's at. So I'm probably going to end up getting rid of them, because I've had that. We've had that issue on multiplayer, myself and Creeper. My only thing is it's small. It's a mower, and at the same time, it's a forage wagon. It's just it's a little irritating that you can't always do stuff, because there's been times I've bought one, got moved from the shop, and bought something else, and it's sitting high center. Back out, restart the server, restart my game, and it's sitting on the ground just fine. And something like that is probably an issue that, had they spent the time to go through a better checking process, it could have been like if they had submitted it to Giants. It might have gotten caught. It might not have been. Up and into the yard up here. Let's run back. I need to get in the IH. Cheater. I did have a bigger teeter yesterday when I started. I didn't record it yet. I had a bigger teeter. It worked okay, but it got to the point where trying to when I was getting to a smaller area, it wasn't working as good as I wanted. And most of y'all that watch myself and Creeper play know we really like our big equipment. We like using big stuff. It makes the job go faster. That's something why I wanted to do something similar to this, the small series. My Let's Play Small. I really think it's a nice change of pace. And there are some maps that lend themselves better to doing this than others. I have been tempted to start another series while working on this one. I don't know how many episodes I'll do of this. I really need to do when I come up with my episodes, I really need to come up with some clear objectives for what I want to have accomplished by the time I end the series. Some kind of come to a natural point of conclusion, others just kind of die because boredom, new map, whatever. And I have to say, I re-downloaded this map. I had it before. I got rid of it because I was like, I don't like it that good. It's not what I want to do. But here playing with smaller equipment. Yeah, I've changed some equipment out, like y'all seen. I changed out my gleaner for a modded case. I changed to a case from my Alice Chalmer. So course, watching this, y'all see me back up at times because I'm snagging into hedge. Which, hedge collisions and me on small maps do not get along. Because it can really mess you up. I'm not a fan of hedge collisions, especially on small maps, because, I mean, like this field, it's an irregular shaped small field. It's hard enough to do it without having to worry about getting stuck on the hedge just by bumping it. One of the things on this map that's being discussed on the forum that the modder's doing was hedge collisions. And he made the argument to Giants about it. And compromise was made. They wanted him to have all hedges have collisions. A compromise was struck. And they have collisions for bells and for headers. Which, in my opinion, yeah, fine. But at the same time, it only makes so much of a difference, because most of what you see around here is not round bell. Well, it depends upon what crop it is. Right across from the subdivision I live in is local municipalities' wastewater spray field, where they spray their treated wastewater. They do round bells. On it. But then there's another farmer up by where I used to live that does nothing but square bells. So, but he's got hedges. By where his stuff is. And I mean, there's no reason that a small hedge like this one right here by where we are should, if I snag that little branch, it shouldn't stop me, especially on the combine. You're looking, most combines are huge weight wise. I mean, we're talking easily, I'm trying to remember what one of them was when I worked for John Deere. I worked for a local John Deere dealership years ago. And I'm trying to remember what the weight, curb weight of one of these combines was. I know it was like 6 or 7 times the size of the little truck I had at the time. was that? Or was I at John Deere when I had my Ford? My big F-150? I don't remember. But, I mean, we're talking about several thousand pounds. I mean, we're talking easily 20+ ton equipment. I can actually look up. Give me 1 second. Let me do that real quick. Okay, this is just an example. This is a John Deere combine, one that we used to sell, or similar to one we used to sell. I think this came out after I left there. But it's the John Deere FS17. $13.5 liter, 824 cubic inch engine, rated at 543 horsepower with speed of 50. Well, you get power boost of 50 horsepower at the rated speed. The 690 holds 14,100 liters or 400 bushels. Without the machine, well, without the head, excuse me, the machine, the combine, the S690, weighs in at 42,376 pounds. That is just over 21 tons, close to 21 1/4. If you want metric, 19,262 kilograms. That's a heavy machine. You figure your current F-150, 2017 F-150, 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500, your current 2017 Dodge Ram 1500, half-ton pickup trucks, which means they will pull half a ton. Or cargo capacity is half a ton. You figure they weigh 1.5 tons to be able to do half a ton. So you're looking curb weight on most standard full-size pickup trucks being 3,000 to 4,000 pounds. So let's get that moving so we aren't just filling air with no movement, no action or anything. Actually, I think I want to unload, call this an episode so we can work on getting other taken care of. No more capacity. Huh. I wonder if I can add capacity to that by adding silos. We'll find out. It'll be after this episode, but we'll find out. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. I know I got off on a bit of a tangent, talking about stuff I normally don't talk about, talking about stuff that's not gameplay. But hey, you never know with me what you're going to hear sometimes. Most of it's educational, some of it's just opinion, some of it's just off the wall. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a wonderful day.